Starfield space travel might not have quite as much freedom as you'd expect. Sega expands what Sonic Frontiers' open zone structure actually means, and Star Wars KOTOR 2's Lost Missions are coming to Switch as DLC, but there's a catch. This is your Daily Fix. Fans have been making tons of comparisons between Starfield and No Man's Sky, but there is one clear difference between the two games. Starfield won't let you seamlessly fly from space to a planet or vice versa. In IGN's recent interview with Bethesda game studio head Todd, he said that while Starfield has 1,000 explorable planets, takeoff and landing will be somewhat streamlined. He justified this decision by explaining that it would be a lot of engineering work to add a feature that was, quote, really just not that important to the player. Howard explained that ideas that weren't deemed as crucial to experiencing 100 procedurally generating solar systems were scrapped early in development, saying, people have asked, can you fly the ship straight down to the planet? No, we decided early in the project that the on-surface is one reality and then when you're in space, it's another reality. He continued with the sentiment that the time spent making that feature work wouldn't offer the payoff the team was looking for in terms of quality, focusing more on making sure that gameplay in space and on the surface will look and play as good as they can be. But what are your thoughts? Do you think this feature is lacking in Starfield, or does Todd's reasoning make sense? Let me know in the comments. Moving on, the upcoming 3D Sonic title, Sonic Frontiers, boasts an open zone structure, and Sega's director has told us what that actually means, aside from sounding cooler than open world. In an interview with IGN, director Morio Kishimoto called Open Zone Sonic Frontiers' secret weapon, stating level-based platformers often have a world map. Our open zone is a world map, only we've made it entirely playable. A playable world map that includes stage-like elements is something that hasn't really been done before, so we had to come up with a new name. What is often defined as a world in other level-based platforms is called a zone in Sonic games. So we took that and combined it with open, which refers to a freely explorable field. So that's what Open Zone stands for. Kishimoto sees the open zone structure of Sonic Frontiers as an evolution to the traditional world map tailored to match Sonic's high-speed gameplay while offering new ways to challenge players. Unlike level-based platformers that send players to each stage from a menu or map, Sonic Frontiers' open zone seems more like a 3D hub world similar to Sonic Adventure or Super Mario 64, with game levels existing as elements within the open zone area. Whether Frontiers actually does something unique to set itself apart remains to be seen, but it's clearly a new approach to a Sonic game. Sonic Frontiers is aiming for a winter release and will definitely have more coverage leading up to launch. Finally, the Switch version of Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2 will finally be getting some content cut from the original 2004 game, but it will require starting a new save file. KOTOR 2 infamously had to cut a few corners to make its target release date, which meant axing a few chunks of the game. Now, almost 20 years later, that content is coming as DLC. Supposedly, it'll include new missions, dialogue, and other updates, but because of how intrinsically woven into the game it is, players will need to start a fresh save file to experience it. This announcement came by way of Aspire Media, who added that if players want to access their game files without the DLC, they will need to disable the DLC in the game's main menu. The DLC will be free and includes a mission where players play as their droid companion, HK-47, new and improved endings, as well as new conversations and quests. The KOTOR 2 Switch port was announced during this year's Star Wars celebration and was released on the Switch on June 8th. IGN's original review back in 2004 gave it an 8.7 out of 10, and it's widely adored among both Star Wars fans and RPG players. So this DLC is better late than never. Summer of Gaming continues all throughout June, and it's all thanks to Samsung SSD, the official product partner of IGN's Summer of Gaming.
In 5, 4, 3, 2.
We're out of space. On it.
We're going live.
Unleash the power of the Samsung 980 Pro PCIe 4.0 NVMe SSD for next level computing and double the data transfer rate of PCIe 3.0. It's 12 times faster than Samsung SATA SSDs, making for a whole new user experience. It's easy to install. Boost your PC performance, load games faster, and more reliably, no matter how intensive the workload. The Samsung SSD 980 Pro and 980 Pro with heatsink are proud partners of IGN's Summer of Gaming.
We're good.
In 5, 4, 3, 2.
And that is your Daily Fix for today, June 15th. Square Enix is holding their Final Fantasy VII 25th Anniversary Celebration broadcast tomorrow, so you definitely want to stick to IGN for all the details. Follow the Daily Fix on Snapchat, download IGN on all the apps, and cross your fingers for Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2 updates because we really want them. I'm Narz, and remember to always stay fabulous.